Looking at states of matter. Welcome, my friends. Let me introduce you to the wondrous world of matter. Matter is everything that surrounds us, everything we see and feel. Scientists classify matter into 3 states: solids, liquids, and gases. Each state has unique properties that distinguish them from the others. Solids. Solids maintain their shape and volume and cannot be compressed or poured. They take up the same amount of space, no matter what shape they are in. Liquids. Liquids adapt to the shape of the container they are in and can be poured. They take up the same amount of space, no matter what shape their container is. The volume of a liquid does not change. Gases. Gases flow like liquids and will occupy any closed container they are in. Gases can be easily compressed, and their volume can change. Gases are weightless, and they are mostly invisible, but you may sometimes detect them through their smell or feel them as air blowing on your face. Scientists look at what matter does. Folks, let me tell you about the incredible work of scientists. They observe the world around us and try to explain how matter behaves. It's fascinating. For instance, have you ever smelled food cooking in another room? Scientists have explained that using their brilliant minds. They've also figured out why some substances get bigger when you heat them, why liquids like water change to gas when heated, and how substances can change from liquid to solid when cooled. They come up with an idea, called a hypothesis, to explain these phenomena, and then they test it with more investigations. When an hypothesis has been widely accepted as valid by other scientists, it becomes a theory. And the best theory to explain how matter behaves uses the idea of particles, tiny portions of matter arranged in different ways. Particle theory. Let's talk about the particle theory, folks. It says that all matter is made up of tiny particles that are much too small to see. These particles are arranged differently in solids, liquids, and gases. Solids. In solids, the particles are arranged in a fixed pattern and held together strongly, which is why solids have a fixed shape. The particles can vibrate, but they stay in the same place. Liquids. In liquids, the particles touch each other and are held together weakly. They can move past one another, which allows liquids to change shape. Gases. And in gases, the particles are far apart and spread out by themselves, filling up the space they are in. Gases can also change shape, folks. Isn't that amazing? Explaining the properties. Let's talk about matter and its properties. You see, matter can only flow or be poured if the particles in it can move past each other. Similarly, matter can change volume only if its particles can spread out or move closer together. Now let's dive into the 3 states of matter. Solids. In solids, the particles are tightly packed together and held by strong attractive forces, which makes it difficult for solids to be compressed or flow. The particles can only vibrate, hence solids have a fixed shape. Liquids. The particles in liquids are close to each other but not as tightly packed as in solids. The attractive forces between the particles are weaker than in solids, which allows them to move past each other. However, the volume of a liquid cannot be changed as the particles are unable to be compressed. Gases. The particles in gases are far apart and move rapidly in all directions. They can easily move around as there are no attractive forces between them. Thus, gas has no fixed shape or volume. When gas is compressed, its particles move closer together and the gas takes up less space. Lastly, let's talk about a vacuum, a space where there are no particles at all. It contains nothing.